What's up, guys? Welcome back to a video with your guy Entrepreneur Davis. In today's video, I'm taking this trailer that's right behind me. I'm going to completely show you guys how you can fix and flip a trailer. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to sell this one or not, but I'm going to completely redo it. I'm going to go out and get a registration for it because this was previously a camper trailer, and I obviously took the camper off, and now it's just going to be a flatbed. And I'm pretty much going to completely show you what you have to do something like this, and how you can be successful, what price point everything should be at, and the full 9, so you guys can understand how this all works. But without further ado, let's jump into it. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the trailer, and I'm gonna show you guys the I'm gonna go get the supplies for the trailer and show you guys what I picked up. So let's go ahead and get it done. All right, guys, so this is the trailer right here. It's actually a 17-foot long and an 8.5-foot wide trailer. It needs a lot of work, guys, but it does have 2 good tires on this side. The fender needs to be re-welded over here, more so. As you can see, I gotta push that back and re-weld it, put it back where it needs to be. This needs to be removed completely because that's trash. All the wiring on it needs to be replaced completely. It needs to be pressure washed. It needs this thing to be removed altogether. And all this stuff in the front. Over here, this needs to be pushed out just slightly. It looks like somebody backed into it with their hitch on their truck. It needs a lot of work. This side has 2 different size tires than that side. This is only 13-inch rims on both of these, and those are both 15-inch rims. That's an issue. And yeah, it needs to really be cleaned, repainted, put some rust remover on it, the whole 9. So this is what I got going on today. This is what the trailer looks like. It's in terrible shape. It needs a better chain system here. Look at this. Or these need to be fixed, or I don't know. These chains are not even big enough, actually. They're way too, they're not rated for this, something like this, I don't think. But and look at the axles. I mean, I'm not going to change the axles out, but those are very interesting axles. It looks like they cut them and re-welded them so they can work for this trailer. But these are 2 3,500-pound axles on here, and yeah, they'll get the job done for now. Use this as a car hauler. In between the wheel wells, we have about 80 inches in total. Like I said, 8.5 feet, and it's going to be 17 feet long. So I'm going to go ahead and get all the materials I need for this trailer, and I'll get right back with you guys. All right, this is for the wheels. Rust remover, red paint, roller, and this is for my fence. That's my son, and that's my wife. All right, guys, so I just picked up the tires. As you can see, 2 of those right there. Great tread on them. One of them is really bald, as you can see, but that'd just be a spare, or whatever else. Use it for something else. But I just picked them up in Tahoe. I'm just driving back home, stuck in some traffic, but yeah, just make this clip so you guys can see. I paid $120 for those 2 good ones, and then the third one he just gave it to me for free. So yeah. So I just got back from getting those wheels, and I won't jump right in my truck, and came about 10 minutes up the road and picked up 8 20-foot boards for $15 a piece. So I paid $120. Facebook Marketplace. Like a little business, smaller business, local business. 10 minutes from my house, can't beat it. But they're on the back of the trailer right there, as you can see. They're hanging off pretty far, but I'm only going 10 minutes up the road, so it should be all right. Yeah. Whew, that's tiring. I'm all sweaty from lifting them. All right, guys, so I just picked up this jack foot, a 5,000-pound jack. 2 reflective packages from Harbor Freight. Cost me $65. Yeah. All right, guys, so I got the wood right there. I had those 2 boards already, but I have all the wood right there. These tires I picked up for $120, the wood for $120, $12, 30, 40, or 49 actually, 6. I think that's 5 and 5. I already had those, I don't remember. That was $40, 39 bucks, yeah, $40 for that jack. That's insane. $10 for that, and I got that on sale, as you can see, $22 at Walmart. Hopefully they work fine, but they should. And I'm using some old hardware. If this doesn't work, then I'll go get some hardware, and that'll probably be another $40. But in total, I'm probably into the trailer for about, let me guess, 650 bucks. That's what I'm guessing. So, of course, I'm gonna paint the rims black. That's what I got the black paint for. The trailer is gonna be red again. Have brand new wood 20-foot boards. I got those for an absolute steal on Facebook Marketplace, and they're in amazing shape. They're super long, but I had to cut them down to size anyways, 3 feet to cut off. And yeah, I got DOT stickers and everything. So this is what we got going on today. First, what I'm gonna actually start doing on the trailer is I'm gonna go ahead and remove all this stuff that just needs to be off this thing. It's just really in the way. Like this plywood is gone. It's trash. All this stuff in the front, trash. You know, I just need a clean slate so I can go ahead and bring the pressure washer out and just get all the dirt off as much as possible. Then I'll go back with the grinder and try to get off all this extra stuff and just get it as flat as possible, as clean as possible. After that's all done, then I'll move into doing the rust remover, putting that all over the trailer and getting that all put on there. So I don't know, I've never used a rust remover, but I'm trying to do it to my fullest of extent, and I also want to try it out for future projects. So if I know this works, then I'll use it again. If not, then I won't be using it again. And then after that's said and done, I'm gonna have to put this fender back in place. So I can either get that welded or weld it myself, because I think I can do it. Even though I'm not the best welder, I think I can just weld a fender back to, you know, a little tack weld. You see? So should I get it back to where it goes? Like right there. Yeah, that's perfect. That's already kind of in place right there. It's not perfect, but I need to play with it a little bit. But yeah, so let's jump into it. Okay, as you guys can see here, I'm just going through and cleaning up the trailer, getting off all that old stuff that's just absolutely trash. And actually, after I get that done, I go back and kind of knock off some of that silver or some of that rust that's on the top layer from either the old wood that was on there, or, you know, just a little bit of rust. I'm using a hammer and just hammering away at it. You guys can't really see that. I should have got a close-up of it, but, you know, a lot was coming off, those chipping away. All right, for the most part, I got all of everything out. The old wiring, that wood, this wood right here, and, you know, chipping away, trying to clean up all the junk that was on here. I was doing it with the hammer and just kind of scraping it, and getting everything cleaned up as best as I possibly could. It's coming off. It just takes some time. Kind of got to chip away at it. It's like old rotten wood that's like mushy. I don't know why, but, you know, I got most of it cleaned up, you know. So now I'm just going back and trying to do the little fine details, and then I'm gonna come back, blow it, and then I'm gonna go get the pressure wash this thing, and then keep chipping away at this bad boy, because even though it has some surface rust in some spots, the surface rust is eating through a little bit. It has really good bones on it. It really does. You can tell this was more recently replaced. This right here is really good metal, and right there too. So yeah, so I'm gonna get the blower, blow it off, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pressure wash this bad boy. All right, let's get the blowing. Time lapse, and we're gonna get this knocked out. Right here, I was really getting into it, and on this time lapse, it really does make it seem like it was shorter than it actually was. But this took me hours on hours because I really wanted to get it really clean and I really had to get into it. Also, the pressure washer isn't that powerful, so a lot of spots I did have to really sit there for a while to get all the gunk and dirt off just for it to actually work properly. But yeah. Alright, so next I'm about to use this Rust Aid stuff. I don't know if this works or not. This is my first time using it, but I wanted to try something for rust. It says it's good on iron and steel. So this is a steel trailer, obviously, as you can see. Directions, prep for de-rusting by removing all caked up soils from the tools parts to be clean. Fill the container with rust remover bath. Completely submerge rusty part. Submerge, I don't know if we'll be able to do that. I don't know if this is the right thing. If not, no big deal. Well, what I plan to do is put this on there, add a pressure washer back off. Simple, keep it simple. So let's do it. After further review of me putting it on there, looking at the bottle, this is not for trailers at all. Like, you're supposed to submerge the whole tool. I think it's mostly for tools. And what you're supposed to do is submerge the whole tool inside the solution. And you're supposed to wait, a big amount of hours, maybe like 24 hours, 48 hours. And then you're supposed to take it off and then pretty much try to remove the rust that way. Because it's supposed to be like a chemical that completely submerges the item, whatever you're trying to get the rust off of. So I'm not going to actually do that. I'm going to move forward. I want to pressure wash this stuff off that I already done. And I'm going to go ahead and move forward into my next task, which will be painting those rims because I want to wait for the trailer to dry because I have to pressure wash it again. It's only right here in that back line. I mean, it may help a little bit, but it's no big deal. This is only mostly service rust anyways. It's not going to kill the trailer, It's clean. Service rust ain't going to do nothing to it. So, yeah. Alright, so now that's done, we're going to move into something more pressing. These wheels, I only got one spray can, so I'm going to mostly focus on these two because I want them to just be black like the other ones. But if I have enough, I'll spray paint that one as well. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is tape around the wheel probably 2 or 3 times. We'll see what works the best. So I don't get any of that black paint on the wheels because these are actually good wheels. I'm not going to be replacing these, obviously, because I just bought them. So that's what we'll be doing right now. Let's get it done. This is really straightforward and easy. You just tape off the wheels. Once you get them taped off, you can just start spraying immediately. The tape is just so you don't get overspray onto the wheels because it doesn't look good at all. But simple stuff. I just used some painter's tape and taped around the rim of the wheel, and then I just went right into spray painting it. Nothing crazy. As you guys can see, one wheel is already painted. It takes no time at all to do this. Usually I kind of skip this step and don't do the tape, but with good tires, you don't want to do that because you'll tear up your tires. Well, not tear them up, but you're going to get paint all over them and it's going to look tacky. I mean, it's not going to really necessarily affect the tire, but, if you have good tires and you're not planning on replacing them, I would tape them or do the old card method where you put the cards all around the rim. It doesn't have to be perfect, but, you just want it there just so it doesn't look all crazy. Like somebody half behind did it. That's only if you're not replacing your tires. If you're replacing tires, it doesn't matter. I wouldn't even tape them up or anything because you're gonna take them off anyways. They're trash. So, like that one, I don't think I'm gonna tape it off. That tire needs to be replaced. So even if a little bit of paint gets on that one, since it's bald, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna keep that bald one on there for right now. This is a spare because it'll lend me to wherever I need to go, and I don't feel like paying for something else, honestly. Because I'm trying to fully do this, but also on a budget too, because the key to flipping stuff is really just to buy everything and do everything for as cheap as possible. That's really the way you can make the most profit. If you go out and just start buying the most expensive things, it's just going to cut into your profit margin for no reason at all. Because the person really isn't going to, the person that's buying the trailer, if you're selling it, they aren't going to really appreciate you doing all that and going to get brand new stuff. They're just going to expect that's what it's supposed to be like, because most people that buy trailers, a lot of them don't even know anything about trailers. And they just buy them to move like their golf cart or, something like that. Unless you run into one guy that, you know, uses it for work. You know, it happens every once in a blue moon. But like I said, most times it's people that don't know anything about the trailer, and they just need it for whatever reason. Yeah. But you can see I'm not taping it perfectly. There's like little edges and whatnot showing, but if paint gets on that, it's not that big of a deal. It really isn't. It's like a little tiny bit. Yeah. All right, once you got it done taped, then you just wanna, first off, I gotta get the stuff off of it. Oh, no. It's not on there. Yeah, but you wanna get all the debris off of it first, of course. Once the debris is off. You hear my son in the background. He doesn't understand that I gotta work. It's alright. He's just a little 2-year-old. But once it's all cleaned up or whatever and you got the tape on it, you just want to do some light quotes like this. You know, kind of pay attention to what you're doing, not what I'm doing right here, how I just disappear off on that side and that side. You can really just get into it, honestly. Just cover every surface. Put a nice thick layer. Like, wheels aren't that big of a deal if it isn't perfectly perfect. They're just wheels, you know. As long as they're uniform, that's all that really matters. At least to me. You know, as long as they look clean, they all match. That's what really gets the job done. But yeah, done dealio. These were already black, but I went ahead and resprayed them black, and I got the loose rings on both sides, as you can see, just cause, you know, I just wanted them to be refreshed. Now those ones I did not go tedious. I was not being tedious with that. I should have been more tedious because those are actually good tires, but it's all right. And on this side, I just sprayed the middle of it. These tires, these rims and tires, I might spray them all black, but right now that's not my main concern. I'm gonna keep my black paint for whatever else I might need it for. So yeah. But if I have extra, then I'll just spray these whole things. I'm probably gonna throw them on Facebook and sell them, or maybe I'll just keep them. So you never know when you're gonna need these actual rims. I always keep my rims, and they do come in handy a lot. So yeah. All right, so the trailer's actually pretty much almost dry, but I want to do this actually first, and I have a plan for it. I'm gonna use my bottle jack, and I need a 4x4 piece of wood. Let me go get that. So this is pretty much my plan. I just need another piece of wood over here, but I'm gonna use that 12-ton jack to just push it out. Get this piece right here. Push it out and straighten it back straight. Yeah, it should work perfectly fine. I can't see why it wouldn't work, but yeah, let me do that. All right, it's working. We good. All right. Let's go back straight, yo. Ever so slow. It's going out. Definitely giving us some force. All right, I'm taking the camera off. Let me get it straight. So you see here what it looks like now. Let's see if I can get it straighter than this. It's definitely straighter. I'm not done yet, but it's getting there. Whew. Just gotta keep cranking this. At this point, it's actually kind of hard to crank it. You can hear that wood. This one has slivered a little bit. I don't care. It's extra wood anyways. I'm gonna have some extra wood after this. So I'm done doing this anyway, so I'll get that back. 4x4 is holding up pretty strong. This one's been with me for a long time, this 4x4. But seen better days. Starting to split. All right. We keep chipping away at it. as you can see right there, get more straight. And I'm getting this dent out on the side. Look at that end. Get it out of here, bro. What he got away. But yeah, I'm getting this out right now. I'm gonna readjust it, do it again, and yeah, get it completely straight and flush. But it is coming out nicely. It's not perfectly straight. I'm gonna hit it again on the top so I can get that more straightened out because I want it to be as perfect as possible. It doesn't pull funny, but you know, I just don't want it to have that there. You know, it just looks junky and bad. You know, so yeah. All right, this is where we're at now. It's pretty darn straight. Yeah, the top isn't perfectly straight, but down here, the actual I-beam itself is a lot more straight than it used to be. It's not perfect. Don't get me wrong. Definitely not perfect, but it's much better than what it was. I mean, like I said, the trailer already pulled fine. It just, I wanted the I-beam, the A-frame to look straight. So, I'm gonna leave that on there for a while. That's the max I think it could go anyways. I'm gonna try to crank it a couple more times. I don't think it can go any farther, but I'm gonna try and just leave it on there. But yeah, then we can move on to the next thing. So the next thing that we actually want to move on to is putting in these lights. They're not nothing crazy, you know, just regular old basic lights over there, and just running the wires all the way down. Technically, it says it's for an 80-inch wide trailer. And this one's longer than 85 inches, but what I'll do is I'm gonna put the lights right here behind these fenders, and I'm gonna attach them up there just like that, instead of having them go all the way to the end. I would like them to go to the end, but they're not gonna be able to come all the way up to the edge, and plus there's nowhere else to attach them. That would scrape the ground. I think that's the best spot for it. I really do. I do believe so. So that's what I'm gonna end up doing. Yeah, let's do it. All right, guys, so I got the green wire going to the left, my left, which is going to be the trailer's right, and then the yellow wire going to my right, which is the trailer's left. I know that was confusing. I don't know why I made it so confusing, but yeah, they're roughed up in there, and looks like I'm going to need a little bit more wire. So I have some extra wire from one of my other trailer magnet lights. So I cut the yellow off of there. I might add it there as much as I need, and then I'm going to cut the green and add it on there as much as I need. That's not much that I need, but it just, you know, up here in the front, it's ran to where I need to go. Bro, up here in the front, I don't have enough to reach to my truck, so I gotta pull this forward. At least it's right here. I want to give extra because, you know, you never know. It's better to have longer cord in the front than a short, super short one. It doesn't benefit anybody if it's super duper short. So I'm gonna use that extra wire and put the lights on each of these fenders. But since it's already roughed in there, I'm gonna just keep this how it is, because I do want to like paint and do that first before I put the lights on there, because if I put those on first without painting, then I won't be able to get behind the light, the paint. So yeah. All right, I've decided I'm gonna go ahead and paint next, because I can't put the lights on. I can't put anything on the trailer until the paint's under it. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint, get this all painted up. All right, we're about to get painting. Let's get to it. I'll put you guys on time lapse. So I'll tell you this much, painting the trailer was a very tedious process. If you're going to do it the correct way, you got to really get under there, get in between every nook and cranny. Luckily, between all the cross members, they were like L brackets. They weren't full. A lot of them weren't full square brackets, so I didn't really have to get under them. I just had to get in between like the L shape. But you know, it seems like I did it quickly, but this took a lot longer than it looks on camera, because this is a time lapse, of course. But it did take a lot of time for me to do this, and I had to do multiple layers on the spots that you can see once the wood is on there. So yeah. Whew. About 2 hours of painting, and it is finished with paint. Whew. Took a long time, guys, I'm not gonna lie. But it's definitely worth it. I think it came out pretty decently. I mean, it's not perfect. Under some of the cross members, it's not perfect, but everything that you'll be able to see is pretty much covered, and majority of the trailer is covered to protect it from rusting anymore. Goodness. But yeah, I think it came out great. I mean, for what it is, I think it's gonna be a great trailer once it's all said and done. That was a lot of time painting. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, getting all the angles and trying this and trying that. But I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think about this? How do you think it came out in your own opinion? Obviously, I'm not finished, but I'm gonna paint the inside of the wheel with black. I think that's gonna be a better contrast than just having all red. I think too much red makes it tacky. So take the wheels off, paint them black, put them back on. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a good contrast. And then the deck's gonna be like a tan color, of course, the wood tan. I'm gonna wood steel it. I'm not doing the oil trick anymore. I did that last time, and I didn't like it too much. But yeah. All right, so next on the agenda is to go ahead and seal this wood. I have my bench that I usually use to seal the wood. You guys probably seen it in the more previous videos that I had of me flipping trailers. I'm gonna use it again. It's the easiest way of doing it, putting on those 2 armrests and just rolling the wood sealer on there, flipping it, and doing the same thing. So that's what we're about to get doing. Let's do it. These first couple boards that I did were super easy. They were smaller. They were already cut, so easy, simple, knocked it out. But these 20-foot boards, when I tell you guys these things were heavy, they were heavy. They were awkward. They were heavy. They were hard to lift. And I feel like I was doing a deadlift. I feel like I was back in my college days when I used to lift for college football. And that's what it actually felt like. It was just not very fun to do. I got it done, but, you know, lifting it by yourself, 20-foot boards, is not easy. Luckily, I got a little bit of strength within my body. But yeah, I was knocking this thing out. But in the future, I would still definitely get 20-foot boards. They're more efficient on trailers, and I think it looks cleaner. All right, guys, I finished off the camera. I got all the wood on there. Had to make some accommodations on this side. 2 notches for those 2 little things, and a little cutout right here for this. I still have to cut the bottom of these boards, but my batteries died, so I always cut it straight like this, going up that way, all of them. And I have to also put the wheels and tires on that side, the other side over there, and also install the lights and the jack. And I'm gonna put those some DOT stickers on. I'm not gonna do it today. That's a tomorrow thing because I have to wait for the paint to completely dry. You know, I don't want them to fall off. But yeah, so I'm about to actually probably throw these tires on. But let's go ahead and take off this tape. All right, let's see. Clean them out. Come on. All right, came out perfect. This is the spare, wall spare. I didn't really care. I didn't tape it off. It's all messed up. But it's a good spare. Get me to wherever I gotta go if I blow a tire. But yeah, these 2 are perfect. Next, I'm gonna put this jack on first before I put the tires on, just because it's right here and it's easy. Let's go ahead and do it. All right, so that'll go on in 3, 2, 1. Bang. Too easy. All right, I'm gonna move on to cutting those boards in the back over there, and yeah, and I'll put the lights in. I made a split-second decision, and I decided just to move that plate. I was gonna keep it to like maybe put something on top of it, but I just decided to get rid of it. So now we have more open space up here in the front, because I'm thinking about just putting a piece of wood and straddle on it, and then I can put a toolbox on top of that, and they give it the height. Then I can put the winch inside of the toolbox, so then give it the perfect height so you can winch stuff up on the trailer. That's my thought process. I mean, I just repainted it, so I can't put anything on top of it right now to test it out, but that's my thought process in my head, at least. So, yeah. All right, so I got the 2 lights in there. Put them on the fenders. Yep. Perfect spot for them, I think. I don't think they could go anywhere else. Yeah. Drill the hole, and then just put 2 bolts in the back. Simple stuff, really simple. I'm gonna add the wiring and do that in a little bit. I'm gonna do the loud stuff before it gets dark, you know. So then when it gets dark, I don't gotta be loud, you know. But for the most part, we're heading towards the end of this. Oh, I forgot to put this on. Let me take this on actually. This is much needed. I gotta put the DOT stickers on. I gotta connect the lights to the 4-prong. Gotta add that extra wiring. What else? Oh, I gotta put these tires on. That's what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna put this on, then I'm gonna put those tires on. And then, yeah. Just for reference, this is how the guy was running it. with a tire like this on the other side and this tire on that side. Absolutely ridiculous. You just clearly see, even through the camera, how small that tire is. And that's only a 13-inch wrench. That's a 15-inch rim. People just do the craziest things, I swear. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy on there. And we'll do the second one. All right, got both of those on. So now we're uniform. Completely uniform on both sides. Sweet. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good indeed. Put the jack down. See how it sits now. If it sits level. Let's take a look. Ooh, come on. Sit down for a second. There we go. Sit nice and level. Exactly how you need it to be. Not all lopsided. Because obviously one side was had too small of tires. Yeah, so next what I have to do is what else I gotta do? I gotta put the DOT stickers on. But I got the reflective. I had those from another project I was supposed to put them on, but I ended up not doing it. I'm gonna put them on this. But DOT stickers, put some reflectives, probably like on the back or something, I don't know. Maybe on the side here, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, maybe I'll put them right here. Like bang, 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 because I can't put any DOT stickers right here. It's not gonna be wide enough. Yeah, I'll put those there. Yeah, it's not dry enough. Okay. Yeah, no, this is looking good though. It's coming out really good. Like, I think at this point I can officially say that I rebuilt this whole trailer in one day. One singular day. I know it's not complete, you know, every nitpick detail is not finished, but for the most part, this thing is done. And started at what, 10:30, and I'm finishing now around like 6:30 maybe 7. I'm not quite sure. I don't have the time because I'm using my phone to record. But I think this came out really good. And I got some stuff to clean up, of course, from the debris of the trailer, but I think it came out really, really nicely, guys. But what I might do is I gotta wait till tomorrow to put the DOT stickers on. I might just wait till I do the DOT stickers to wire up these lights. I mean, because it's all there, but it's just, as you can see, it's not wired in yet, which is really easy. You just attach the green and the red. I mean, the green and the brown, and the yellow and the brown to the wires, and I'm good. So, yeah, that's what I will be doing. All right, guys, so I'm probably going to call it for today. I'll be back tomorrow morning. I'll throw the DOT stickers on, wire the lights up, and figure out what I want to do in the front there with that wood. But yeah, that's going to be it for tonight, because I'm feeling pretty tired anyways. And I think I did a lot for today on this trailer. I got a lot done. So, yeah, I'll catch you guys in the morning. All right, guys, so it's completely finished. I got everything bolted down. I think I'm gonna leave this wood here. It's not bolted in yet because I'm not quite sure if I want to keep this here for sure. And I just put that on top because that could be a nice little mount for a winch, I think. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. I gotta finish painting this at the wheel wells, but I mean, that's not really like something that's needed. That's just extra because I just want to do that for me. I got the self tapper in here, so this fender is locked in there nicely. As you can see, the lights are wired up. Had them running all the way to the front there on both sides. I got self tappers and all the wood going down and in the front as well. That's all it really needs. This light is good. I put actually flipped the tag up. I mean, trailer tag holder. I put that upside down because it wouldn't fit down there. So I was like, I'll put it up here so then at least it's usable. Got a piece of reflective. Got some DOT stickers. Oh yeah, in the back I put some reflective as well. Just two of them, one right here, one right there, and then one down there as well, as you guys can see. And the trailer is ready, good to go. I mean, this tire is a little flat. I need to pump that up. But that's the one I just got, so it probably was just sitting and deflated over time. And obviously, the wires for the lights are rewired. You know, I got the ground right here, and then they're all in there. I do want to get some new chains, but these will still work for right now. I mean, they're ugly, but they're still functional. Oh, getting stuck in here. But yeah, so the trailer is finished. all hooked up. Everything's working. I gotta hook it up to the Tahoe right now. I'm gonna actually go get it weighed. It's looking great. I have a tag on there right now because this is a tag I'm gonna use for it. It's a tag I had from my other trailer. So I'm gonna, once I get this weighed, I'm gonna go ahead and just use this same tag since it's still registered until 2027. I just threw it on there for right now, just so I won't have any issues. Yeah. All right, I'm over at the certified cat scale. We're gonna get this thing weighed real quick. All right, so I got it weighed in. 1660 is my weight, so just under 2,000, which is exactly what I need, and I'm good. So I gotta take this to the DMV, and they'll be able to give me a homemade registration with this. All right, guys, so that's pretty much gonna wrap up today's video. Into the trailer right now, I have 800 bucks, full flat, $800 into the trailer. Actually, it's 805 to be exact, but everything is finished. The lights are wired up, brand new wood, brand new paint. The trailer looks amazing. Got the 2 new tires for that one side. Everything is looking good. But with that being said, that's pretty much gonna wrap up today's video. So don't forget to like, subscribe, so you got some love. Leave a comment down below what you think about this type of content. And of course, don't forget to get in your Bible, repent of your sins, and turn your life to Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, because that's the only thing in life that truly matters. All these things that I do on my channel are great and all. Fixing these trailers, flipping stuff, delivering rocks, doing contracting gigs. It's amazing, but Jesus Christ comes first. Put him before everything in your life, and you will have a life full of abundance, and you will be content on what you have, and you will be very, very grateful and thankful. So that's pretty much gonna wrap up today's video. Make sure you build that relationship with God. I'm telling you guys, it's the most important thing you'll do in your life. Don't play with your salvation, guys. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.